Identifying trends and patterns in institutional-sized transactions isn't solved by just having access to data. BondClick is pleased to introduce our free dynamic high-yield end-of-day trace report. This browser-based dashboard, delivered daily, allows the user to quickly source the holistic and granular information you need to stay ahead of the curve on institutional liquidity. Near the top left of the report, we display total institutional volume, measuring trade size of 250,000 and more, the percent change versus the average of the last 10 trading days, and that day's net client flow, a percent ratio netting trades where dealer sells to customers versus dealer buys from customer. This bar chart presents institutional volume by maturity bucket and trade type. Here we divide trades by dealer to dealer. Dealer buys from customer, and dealer sells to customer. Hover over any of the three counterparty types to highlight their portion of today's trade flow. We then separate those trades in the bar chart by 5 maturity buckets ranging from 18 months to 15 years and longer. Simply hover over any portion of a bar to open a window displaying that maturity bucket's volume on the day and its net client flow. Please note the letter G denotes billions. Scrolling down, these line graphs display institutional trade count by trade size over the last 10 trading days. Hover over any of these 3 size buckets to highlight the line graph displaying trade counts of 250,000 to 500,000, 500,000 to 1 million, and those greater than 1 million. You can also hover over any segment of an individual line to open a window containing that day's trades count separated by trade size over the last 10 days. This next colorful graph presents the last 10 days of institutional trade volume broken down by sector. Highlight any sector by hovering over its name. You can also hover over any of the last 10 trading dates to open a window displaying the individual sector institutional volume for that day. In the next graph, these curved lines allow the viewer to easily observe institutional net client flows for the last 10 trading days, broken down by maturity bucket. You'll notice each line is color-coded to denote a specific maturity bucket. Again, hover over an individual bucket to highlight a maturity line segment, or hover over any of the last 10 trading days to see what the net client flows were for each maturity bucket on that day. This graph clearly shows that towards the end of the 10-day period, more net client selling occurred in the 2 buckets representing 10 to 15 years and 15 years or more. In this last table, we display a list of the day's top 10 bonds ranked by institutional trade volume. Each row contains the bond's descriptive information, total volume on the day, institutional trade count by bucket size, and net client flow. Additionally, each column features a drop-down to sort ascending or descending. For example, to rank today's top 10 by block liquidity, simply use the drop-down arrow for trades of 1 million or more and choose to sort descending. The table will automatically fill to show Pemex 60s was the winner of the day with 25 trades of 1 million or more. Finally, at the top right of this dashboard you note trade date. Use the drop-down function to choose a date to automatically load the end-of-day report for any of the last 20 trading days. To subscribe to the BondClick high-yield end-of-day trace report, just click on the green subscribe button found at the bottom of the landing page.